setting up a chiropodist appointment in a dementia unit for a dementia resident can, like everything else, be a bit of a mission. Firstly, it needs the power of attorney acceptance. And if the power of attorney doesn't know, for example, that your mother's got verrucas and she's been getting and going to a chiropodist every few months, she doesn't know that, but you do, and you go to her and say, look, Mum needs the chiropodist appointment and the power of attorney is resistant. She can't see the reason why. As far as she knows, Mum's never had a chiropodist appointment. So what's the importance? And on it can go. So really, to get around that, go to the charge nurse. The charge nurse may well know that Mum's limping, and she'll say to the power of attorney, look, I think your mum needs a chiropodist appointment. And often power of attorneys accept authority from nurses rather than an opinion from a sibling. So this is one way of getting around it. One has to be very inventive, actually, sometimes with these power of attorneys, because they just wield the authority and the finance, of course, and they don't see that things should have to be done half the time, including mother going to the chiropodist. But charge nurses are good at setting up appointments for hairdressers and chiropodists. They're the two things. So if there's any issue, go to the charge nurse and she can email out to the power of attorney or speak to her on the phone requesting permission for that. Heavens, the door's opening, the wind. Okay, so carrying on with this now, shoes. Shoes are the second thing. Often with people in dementia units, shoes, are in a sad state of affairs. So say your mother's got a pair of shoes, they're worn out, she needs another pair. Again, the power of attorney's resisting getting a new pair. Try and just work through maybe another sibling who has more persuasive powers with the power of attorney. Try and see if the power of attorney can see it from mum's perspective. Maybe get the nurse to speak, though she probably won't unless they're in a really bad state or if they've got lost. If a wanderer has taken the pair of shoes, they're somewhere in the unit, who knows where, then the nurse will ring up the power of attorney, because of course mum needs a pair of shoes. But it really is important to have a second pair, because if a wanderer wanders into the room, takes the pair of shoes, now they're stuffed anywhere in the unit, might not be found for a few months, mum's left without any shoes, and that's dire. I mean, you need comfortable shoes. Now, I've written about this in the Resident's Voice, the first book of the two companion books of each other. The Resident's Voice, page, where did I put that? Oh my goodness, Walker's shoes, oh yes, okay. Page 198 on shoes. Shoes, glasses and hearing aids are expensive items, and they take time and effort to organise, but they make a huge difference to a dementia resident's quality of life. A good pair of shoes can be the difference between being able to walk or not, and between being able to stay in the dementia unit or not. If the resident is unable to walk the required distances, it is transferred to the hospital or a higher level of dementia care. Shoes need to be properly fitted, taking into account arthritis, unstable joints, weak musculature, bunions, ingrown toenails, verrucas, and more. To get the best fit, take the resident to a shoe shop that caters for elderly people and their feet, where they can get and where the time can be taken to fit the shoes properly. If a good pair of shoes can't be obtained, it is often slippers, poor fitting slippers, that become the default option. Trying to walk up and down long corridors in these without the appropriate support around their feet can often prove too much. Good shoes give the person the best chance of counteracting gait problems. It is nice if they look good as well, but of course not imperative. So all these topics from the videos and more are in the book. So they're a good little handy guide. When your family members first going into the dementia unit, this is the one, handbag size, quite light, make notes in it, and that will carry you through everything you need to know for helping your partner or family member in a dementia unit when they go in. And when they're already in, this is the guide for all the issues that arise and can arise in a dementia unit when the person's there long term. So getting the chiropodist up and running, once the appointment's in place, once things are in place in a dementia unit, then they tick along quite nicely. Okay, every 6 weeks the chiropodist comes and sees mum. That will just carry on ad infinitum, and then the money comes out of, mum's account. But setting it up, as with everything, can always be an issue, and it seems sometimes that you have to go to powers to be 2-3 times before anything's put in place. Now, it's not intentional that things don't happen, but bits of paper get missed, messages don't get relayed on. There's so much going on at any single time. There can be some emergency or whatever when you're giving the message. So just be prepared for the fact that, look, it really is worth double checking, even triple checking. Then you know that things will be in place. So these are all the main aspects. Mum gets a good pair of shoes, maybe the older pair of shoes, one good pair of shoes and a second pair of shoes, even a third pair of shoes, because she needs her shoes for going out. If one pair goes missing and one pair's old, well, she's only got that one precious pair left. Be mindful of all these issues. Get the chiropodist happening. She's got good, comfortable, painless feet that she can walk along in with her good shoes on, and then hopefully she can have a good quality stay at a dementia unit, the best chance for her to be able to remain at the unit and be comfortable with her walking. That's the thing. You need to be comfortable with your walking. You can't be comfortable if you've got bunions and ingrown toenails and painful feet and ill-fitting shoes. You've got to have good fitting shoes, supportive shoes, comfortable shoes, and the chiropodist needs to see them if they're not in order. Now, the other thing is that if mum's always had a good pair of shoes that she finds comfortable, hush puppies, comfs, whatever, lifelong, comfy, good, solid shoes, just keep with the same brand and even the same style. Don't go around trying to change the styles. Too difficult to wear in, and too much of a, minefield trying to sort it out. But get the same pair of shoes, same style. That's the easy way. Then you won't actually have to take her to the shoe shop to get it fitted out, because they'll fit. She's had that size, that shape, that shade, whatever before. So hopefully that shoe shop's still open and you can go and get the shoes there. That would be a wonderful way of going about it. So I've written about all these topics, as I've just said, in these 2 books. Thank you for your likes and your subscriptions. TikTok, fabulous, all those subscriptions and looks and viewings and hearts and things. So, and YouTube. Thank you for your support, all of you. Please subscribe, those that haven't. Thank you.